I've driven a lot of excavators, but the L1850 is a real monster. The 33 cubic meter bucket, every press of the throttle is like a tornado. To master it, you need more than skill. You need a sense of steel. I didn't learn to drive a D9G from a book. I learned it from dust, diesel, and every shift of the blade over the past few decades. Every shift I push is a memory. On a mountainside, where no ordinary machine dares to tread, he climbs, not with wheels, not with tracks, but with steel legs. The Menzi Muck M545, a walking excavator unlike anything else on Earth. To control it is not just skill, it's instinct. Every cable winch, every leg angle, every millimeter matters. One wrong move, and the mountain takes everything. But in the right hands, it doesn't just survive the slope, it dances with it. I didn't think I could do it. The John Deere 7530 was stuck in thick mud, as if the ground was swallowing it up bit by bit. But then, Kaiser stepped in. I could feel the powerful pull through each link of the cable. In just over 5 minutes, the Deere was freed from the mud trap I thought was impossible. In that moment, I understood. This was more than a machine. This was faith in engineering, in comrades, and in the courage of men who lived with earth and steel.
О, есть контакт.
We fought the ice for 10 days. That tractor, as if buried in an eternal iceberg. Every morning, the cold wind cut through the skin. The water froze in minutes. But none of us gave up. It was not just about pulling a machine out of the ice. We were keeping our promise to our country, to our profession, to ourselves. Every knock, every board, every rumble of the generator. It was a testament to the resilience of the Russian worker. We did not do it for the car. We did it for something bigger. The honor of those who keep the pulse of our country's industry.
Вот и вышел трактор.
one of the first monsters to set foot in Australia. The EX8000, weighing in at over 1.8 million pounds. It rips through a mountainside with each dig. This isn't just a machine, it's the powerhouse of modern mining. Kaiser S2 Spider Excavator roadside wall climbing scene. It is like a robot that works in difficult terrain. It can cling to steep cliffs and operate smoothly. This isn't a machine for flat ground. The Kaiser S12 walks where others sink. It climbs 45-degree slopes, digs on cliffs, anchors with a winch. In the wildest terrain, it doesn't back down. It adapts. It survives. January 2017. A 5,600-ton steel monster leaves the Kamodzani coal mine after decades of mining. It's the RK 5000.0 per R10, a giant 160-meter-long, 40-meter-high rope bucket excavator. It's been operated by 6 people, has undergone 3 major overhauls since 1983, and it's still moving. Its hydraulic system holds 15,000 liters of oil, consumes up to 9,000 kilowatts of electricity, and can excavate up to 4,450 cubic meters of rock and earth per hour. Today, it leaves the mine, no longer roaring like it used to. But every movement, slow, measured, is a solemn farewell to a giant machine that once transformed the terrain beneath its feet. It's not just a machine, it's a force of nature. The CAT 988K-51 tons of raw American steel, powered by a 541 horsepower C18 engine. It lifts mountains, hauls more than 16 tons in one breath, and rolls through minefields like it owns the earth beneath. In a world of dirt, rock, and pressure, the 988 doesn't flinch. It was built to dig, to haul, to dominate. It rained heavily last night. The dirt road was so muddy that it was suffocating. Special vehicles like Ural or Kamaz got stuck in the mud. There was no way to move forward. Then the D6 Bulldozer was called. It was not noisy, just roared silently and cleared the road. When everything else is powerless, only courage and steel can clear the road. somewhere in the rugged mountains of northern Greece. At nearly 4,000 feet above sea level, an 80-mile mission begins to move a steel giant weighing nearly 300,000 pounds. The Tesmec 1675 Trencher, one of the heaviest trenching machines operating in all of Europe. Moving this 135-ton monster wasn't simple. It required a MAN TGA 41.660 heavy-duty hauler, a Goldhofer 7-axle hydraulic lowboy trailer, and the unmatched skill of the Fulus heavy transport team. This wasn't just logistics, it was precision engineering. Every curve, every slope, every break point, calculated. Because when you're hauling 150 tons through narrow mountain passes, there's no room for error. One wrong move, and it's all for the edge. On a crumbling slope, the MB Trass 1000 pulls a deadly burden, 132,000 pounds of steel, a cable crane, and a full-sized excavator. No safety margin, no forgiveness. Every inch of tire placement is calculated. Every turn of the wheel is a fight against gravity. But the driver doesn't flinch. He guides that monster, steel on soft earth, like a ballet dancer on diesel. This isn't just hauling. This is command over chaos. The TD17 Zero, a symbol of Soviet power, has survived for decades. It was a workhorse in harsh terrain, and now, after a comprehensive overhaul, it is back in action. Durable, silent, and silent, as if no time had passed.
Давление на горячую, температура почти 80, у него давление 4.
The scene recalls the time my cousin's tractor flipped over in the middle of a hayfield. It's a reminder to young drivers: slow down, think harder. Even seemingly simple tasks like hauling hay can be dangerous. Fraser Valley, where the curves squeeze the wheels as if to test the driver's nerves. Every meter of the road is a gamble with gravity. And then, he appears. A young driver, only holding a L license, as fresh as his eyes. But don't let his youth fool you. The steering wheel in his hands moves without shaking. The brakes are applied in time. Each turn of the wheel looks as if he has lived his entire youth on roads like this. He still controls it through each curve like an artist. Really, this is not just a skill, it is a character. It is a composure forged under pressure, despite his young age. This is a 100-year-old historical site that was destroyed in less than 15 minutes and is now just dust. Time flies, and this image reminds me of how my grandfather used to pull the tractor. No GPS, no trailer, just a good rope and a strong back. A crisp Georgia morning. The air is cool, the roads are quiet, but something huge is moving. A Sisu Polar hauler leads the charge. Trailing behind it, 132 Goldhofer AD drive muscle cars. And up top, the Monson and 600,000 pounds of steel and hydraulic power, the largest material handler on Earth. Every inch is calculated, every corner a challenge. But it moves smoothly, like steel on silk. Heading toward the harbor, this giant doesn't just move, it glides. This is a Chinese truck with a forest on its back, loaded with heavy logs. Ahead, a bumpy, steep road. The ground is so muddy that it seems to swallow the wheels. No escort, no rescue vehicle, just guts and torque. So what do you think? Will it survive this challenge? Or will it just stall in the middle of the cold, deep forest? Leave your comments below. And don't forget, here, each log is a challenge to the limits of mechanical strength. Oh my God.
And just like that, we've reached the end of today's video. If these moments had you on the edge of your seat or gave you an adrenaline rush, don't hesitate to smash that like button. And make sure to hit subscribe so you won't miss any of the thrilling stories coming up next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.